So welcome back everyone, this is part 2 of the Rock Factor Shootout, and we're picking up from where we left off in part 1. If you want to see that video, it's in the description and it'll give you a good idea of how we got to this point.
You need reverse, it's all the way across here and then down towards you. That's your reverse. Yeah. So yeah, lovely.
And that was just the mechanic showing me how to find reverse in case I needed it. Again, highlighting the fact that this was completely new to me, first time in the car. I was just asked him to run over and get Terry Grant because I had a quick question for him. Terry is, if you don't know, an extremely experienced stunt driver, probably one of the world's best. He holds about 23 world records, an extremely talented driver, and he was basically on hand to give all the drivers advice on how to take the course and what was the best way to drive the car around it. So I just had a quick question for him about gears, since the mechanic had said do it in second.
Take off in second or first?
First gear for the whole thing.
Yeah, because he just told me not to use first gear.
No, yeah, first gear for everything. And I've got my money on you, so you to win it.
Oh,
so
really?
please do it. Just stay as you have been, calm. You'll do it. So first gear for everything, okay?
And I thought that was really nice of Terry. You know, he probably saw that I came over on my own and I didn't have anyone else with me, so he was just giving me a little confidence boost, a little pat on the back before I went out.
Remember, this one's a practice, so do it a lot slower just to get your head round it. Good luck.
And it's always good to have someone to talk to before doing something like this. Bradley had a friend with him and they were kind of talking about strategy and what was the best way to do the course, and I didn't have anyone, so it was really nice to have Terry there for that. So here we go, here's the first practice run, the only practice run. So lots of standing water out there, want to get the course into my head as soon as possible. Go for the handbrake, doesn't really work, make a mess of it, understeer, and then I'm out of position for the slalom. Really tricky little section when you don't get the first part right. Up around this little loop at the top, and then back down. We head straight for this little chicane, which would be my Achilles heel. And then on the exit there, lots of understeer again, and into the stop box where you wait for 3 seconds. And the car really did want to understeer if you didn't give it quite enough power. It was very strange. Just the balance of the thing is very different to anything I'd ever experienced before. And again, I go for the handbrake here, doesn't really happen. And then we're down to the last section here where there's a donut. Pull the handbrake, wondering what's going to happen, get it just right, around the bollard, and then back to the right here, and then we'll go across the line. So yeah, that was my practice run. Happy enough with how it went. I know where the course is going now, but I was still struggling a bit to get the car to do what I wanted. But you know, that's one of those things that comes with time. The more seat time you get, the more comfortable you get. So Bradley was about to go out and do his first time run, and I was just going to wait. At this point I wasn't sure if I was going to watch him or not, but Terry was on his way over to have a chat with me anyway, so as it turned out I didn't get a chance to look at what he was going to do.
Carry on what you're doing, you're nice and calm. You kind of, it's all there, isn't it? So just be calm.
Did I go wrong?
Sorry?
Did I do it wrong?
No, you done it right. No, you done it right. Just use it to memorise if you need to.
I'm not comfortable doing this. Like, I'm not used to it.
If you're not comfortable doing that,
But I have to still do it though.
you're better off just using it maybe on the first of the slalom to turn the car, and then don't do it anywhere else. Do what's natural and use the clutch instead. It's almost stop and then drop the clutch to turn the car, rather than get that wrong and then spin out and fuck up. Where you're better off, if that's too alien to you, just do what comes natural and use the clutch instead of the handbrake just to turn the car.
I know where I'm going anyway.
Around the donut thing and all that, just right round the end as well. You can try and tighten that up a little bit if you can, just to grip it a bit more, but that's it.
Thanks, sir.
Again, just like that, you just when you've done that, tighten that right up. You can do the same, you'll be good.
And so when all that was going on, Bradley was just doing his first time run. I was oblivious to how he drove or what time he got. In the end, it was a 55.12, which was not a very spectacular time. And in hindsight, if I had known this, or I'd been able to watch what he had done or known his time, it would have drastically changed how I approached it, because I went into this thinking that Bradley went out there and absolutely nailed it. I've got to go out there and absolutely nail it. But in reality, he was just creeping around, just getting the job done. So far so good. I'm really after nailing the first section, and really smooth, really fast. And now we're coming down to the little chicane here. Whack. I have hit the bollard. That's a 5-second penalty, and I can forget about this time. I'm in the stop. This is a stop box. Everyone has to stop here one way or the other, so away we go. And yeah, I'm just going to push for the rest of this run to kind of see what I can get. Again, get too close to the base of that bollard, so that would have been another penalty. And yeah, the donut, nice and smooth. Get it nice and tight, and then not so smooth through here, but get it around, and I cross the line. And yeah, there it is, a 52.18. A time that absolutely demolishes what Bradley did, but you know, the rules are the rules, and I got a penalty for myself, so my time is no good. And now there's only one chance left.
That was only your second go, right? So just remember, you got one more. Ignore that and just nail it on this one. Nice and calm, and just shut your eyes and go through it. You're ready if you need to.
Yeah, but I clipped a few cones, didn't I?
Did you? Not to worry. One go, yeah?
So as Bradley lines up for his last run and I get ready for mine, I'm going to take this opportunity to show you the struggles that some of the professional drivers had when they took on this course on the Saturday. I just wanted to throw that in there to show you that even the best drivers were struggling to get the job done when it came down to it. It's not an easy course or an easy car, especially in the wet, and they were even struggling in the dry. And as we watched the end of Bradley's run, he comes across the line and it looked like a very quick time. Again, I didn't know what it was, but still in my head he had done a very good job there, and now I had to do an even better job to beat him. And you know, you're lining up here, this is your last chance to get an opportunity to race in the Race of Champions. I mean, you can't, no matter how cool a customer are, you can't take away from the fact that that is a lot of pressure. And I put it out of my mind, I knew what I needed to do, but again, as someone who's used to circuit racing, this is a completely different challenge, and where I needed to maybe dial it back a bit and stay a bit more calm, I went out and I just pushed too hard. There it is again, the exact same bollard. I mean, absolutely no excuses. I should have learned from the first time that what I needed to do was go through there about half a second or a second slower, and I would have been absolutely fine. But you know, I didn't. I just kept on pushing for whatever reason, and it's a lesson that I will never forget. And as we come down here again to the final donut, same thing that happened to Christensen in the dry, just lost it, and yeah, make a complete meal of it then, and that's it. I kind of know it's all over. I just creep around, bring the car back to cross the line and park up. And at this point I know it's, you know, deep down I know it's all over, but I'm kind of hoping that maybe, just maybe, they're going to give us another run in something to determine the winner. But no, that was it. And yeah, I park it up and it's all starting to sink in. Well, I don't think it had sunk in at this point, but you know, it's kind of like the reality is you made a mess of this opportunity, and yeah, you're getting out. It's not a nice feeling. Please don't let this be real, but it's real. And yeah, I'm just walking over now to the guys.
Good man.
That's
Yep.
yeah.
So obviously not the result I was hoping for, but I had the pace, and without the penalty my time would have been one of the best on that day overall. So still an amazing event to have been part of. A huge thanks to all the organisers at ROC for giving myself and Bradley this opportunity. It really is fairy tale stuff. To everyone who got me here, the unsung heroes who worked selflessly to get me votes, the people who got me on the radio, wrote news articles and pushed me out in any way, and especially everyone over in our Formula 1 on Reddit. You guys saved my ass when I was at the bottom and got me back to the top in 24 hours. So what an amazing community. I'm always going to be very, very grateful for your support. So here's to 2016. I have a lot planned. It's going to be a big ask to make it happen, but if you don't try, you'll never know. I hope you can join me on my journey. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my progress, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter as well. Take care, and hopefully I'll be back here with some good news in the not too distant future.